So I'll go ahead and get started, you guys. And I got this recording for everyone so they can listen at a later time. Thanks for hopping on. I know this weekend has been super crazy with just the holidays and everything else going on. So we'll just jump right in here. But thanks for coming on. Hang on, I'm getting a little bit. Oh, McKenna, you are on. Hi. And then if anyone can just mute their lines, I don't know who's I'm getting feedback from. But of course, pop in if you have a question. Is your phone? Oh, there, you're good. Okay, so I'm going to hop on, and so I'll just go over kind of a list of housekeeping things. I wanted to talk about just kind of upcoming dates we want to have, on our calendars and be paying attention to. So the first one is, I know Kelly just posted about it, but her Hard Hitters, what is coaching call she's going to do tomorrow night with her husband. I know I have kind of slacked on getting people invited to that, so I'm going to try and chase my tail a little bit tomorrow, and I have a couple people who have shown interest in the past that I'm going to try and get on that. So I'm super excited to hear from both her and her husband, so that should be a good call. And then I know the new coach boot camp for Hard Hitters will be starting on the 1st, like every month. So if you have any new coaches, you want to get in that. Or if you just have newer coaches who maybe want to repeat the boot camp or get plugged into that, they can on the 1st. Just message Kelly or get added to that group. Recently on our Hard Hitters leadership call we had a couple days ago, Kelly had been talking about kind of what to look forward to in the year to come and kind of things she's going to plan. And one of those things is doing every other month a Push to Emerald group, which will be cool because you can piggyback it on to, when you have a new coach in the new coach boot camp. She'll probably start at mid-month, run it for about 5 to 7 days. And then it just kind of helps them with that momentum so they can go straight from the new coach boot camp right on into the Push to Emerald, which is kind of cool. And then we're also going to start hosting team-wide Push to Diamond groups quarterly. So again, another thing to build really good momentum, getting those Emerald coaches into that Diamond Push group, or even yourself, whoever. We're going to host those quarterly, which I'm super excited about. We're going to kind of revamp and do new videos with the one we hosted back in like August, I think it was. So that's going to be really exciting. We're just going to have an awesome group with a bunch of really good content for you guys. So we're excited about that. And let's see, Super Saturday. So that's coming up, and it's the weekend of January 9th. Ours in the PDX area is the 10th, so it's Sunday. It's going to be at the Convention Center. And again, Carl Deichler is coming. I don't know how we got so lucky to have him like every other Super Saturday we have. He seems like he's coming, but he was so amazing to hear at the first Super Saturday that I got to hear him speak at. So I would not miss this one for the world because he always has big announcements when he comes, and it's just a huge pump you up kind of event. And what a better way to have, start off the new year than to have Carl there speaking to us. It was just awesome. So I'm so excited he's going to be at our Super Saturday again. I think that's it as far as announcements go. I want to really quick touch on goal setting for 2016 before I get into the social media content. I know this month has been super tough for a lot of us because it's the holidays and we feel like we're kind of running in the mud. I know I felt the same way, just even though Hammer and Chisel came out and that had a lot of steam in the beginning of the month, I know it's been tough in this latter half of the month. But one thing that kind of really revved me up and got me just excited again was goal setting for next year. And, I set goals for myself last year that I didn't necessarily meet, and that's okay. But because I had those big, huge goals, it really helped me push and to get that much farther and to help build that momentum into this year. One goal I have for our team is I want to be elite at the end of the year. I want our team to be an elite team, and I know we can do it. We have rock stars now. We're going to get more rock stars along the way, and it's just going to we have such a great team already. I'm just so excited to see where this year takes all of us. When you're goal setting for yourself for this year, I don't want you to just think, what I want to be at the year's end. Some things I do when I'm goal setting is I set goals for how, what success club I want to hit every month, how many coaches I want to add to my team. I plan out my challenge groups and goals for, how many challenge groups I want to run, throughout the year, or at least the first 6 months. Where do you want to be at Summit? Do you want to be a diamond coach by Summit? Do you want to be a 2-star diamond coach by Summit? What's that goal look like for you? What do you want your income goal to be each month? What do you want your income goal to be at the end of the month? What do you want, your rank to be by a certain date? So goal set in very specifically, so you can set yourself up, and like Chalene Johnson always talks about, the reverse engineering of those goals, and you can start to make a plan to set yourself up to hit those goals throughout the year. And I'm always open to hear your goals. I love hearing your guys' goals. So if you ever want to share or post on the page and just say, get it out there for accountability, this is my goal, do it, because we're all here to cheer you on and help you. So goal setting, huge this time of year. I don't believe in resolutions, but I do believe in goal setting. So get those goals, write them down, plaster them up everywhere around your house, write them down, put them on your phone, whatever you do, whatever you look at every day. Okay, so I really wanted to do a call about social media because I'm in a corporate Beachbody group called the Mastermind, and I get to jump on these calls every week with Beachbody Corporate, which is amazing. And it's just a group of about 6 to 10 of us that are all from different teams across the country. So everyone comes and has their own input and ideas, and we talk about different things and kind of bounce ideas off each other. And it's been such a great tool because I've gotten to get all this knowledge that I just want to share with you guys. So what we talked about on our last call was kind of what's hot with social media right now. And even if you're a new coach or kind of a more seasoned coach, you know that this is a business based on social media. I mean, there's no way around that. Social media is it for us. And it's different for each person and what avenue you choose and what one, you kind of hone in on. I know I'm not a huge Instagram success story, but I do try and focus more on my Facebook page. But what's working in social media right now? And I don't know if a lot of you have noticed on your like pages, unless you're paying for ads, you're not getting a ton of, traffic. You're not getting a lot of likes from those pages. One of the reasons that that's happening now is Facebook kind of recently just changed all their algorithms, and video is king right now on social media, and especially on Facebook. Short videos. I mean, 15 seconds to 30-second videos, nothing long. People, I think, want instant gratification, and they see a video and they're just scrolling past it. They need something eye-catching, but a video is a little bit more engaging. So there's a great podcast from Chalene Johnson called, on her podcast, that's Build Your Tribe, and it talks about priming your videos. And I'm not going to get into that too much because it's a kind of a complex topic, and she just covers it so well on that podcast. But if you listen to it, it's Chalene Johnson, Build Your Tribe, and I think it's called Priming Facebook Videos is one of the topics. But it talks about how you can set yourself up if you have a video to post about intro, inviting people to a challenge group, how to set that up for success so you know that you're going to get the most amount of views from that video by setting yourself up, by posting different things to kind of create this little trigger that Facebook creates, whatever it is, based on their algorithms, to get more viewers to that video. And it's crazy, but it works. And she is the queen of social media. So I'm really going to try and instill some of those things that she mentions in some of my things that I'm doing now. So really just video is kind of it. Another thing I've started to dabble in more is Periscope. I don't know if you guys are on Periscope. It's just kind of it's live broadcasting. It's kind of scary. I mean, it's really scary to be live with people you don't even know, and people comment and you kind of interact with people. They can ask you questions. It's just another way to kind of get yourself out there, provide a service to people, give them fitness tips or information, and then kind of plug your social media or a way to contact you at the end. I know Kelly's her and I had a call the other day of just kind of bouncing ideas off each other and as far as Periscope goes. And I think it's such an untapped market right now. It's so new, within the last 6 months, I think, is when it launched. But it's just kind of the way I think things are transitioning in social media. So if you can kind of get over the jitters as far as the live broadcasting thing, it's kind of fun once you start doing it a little bit more. And also Facebook is going to start doing live broadcasting for like pages only, I believe. And I think they started to release it a little bit, but I don't think it's fully been released yet. So anyway, obviously the trend is going that way. So that's why I wanted to talk about it. And then it's like, what should you post on those videos? Well, they can be not just workouts. You could post a quick 21-day fix recipe, have your containers ready to go. I know I've done that before, and just talk about the portions really quick. You can tell your fitness story. I know that wouldn't be a short video, but you can tell your why. What's your why video? Why are you a coach? Why are you doing this? Why is it important to you? Post a video about what is a challenge group. I know we post about them all the time on our pages, but maybe just getting into an in-depth video about what exactly it is. And then, of course, quick fitness tips are always great. People love those. So just things like that. Those are kind of things that I've played around with. Of course, if you have any other video ideas, share them on the team page. We'd all love to hear them. Just make sure that when you're posting a video, think to yourself, does this add value to someone else? Is this video purposeful? I think that's what gets people engaged more. And I don't know, that's just kind of something to keep in the back of your mind when you're making these videos. Do they add value? Do they have purpose? Okay, now I want to kind of get away from the video side of things. And obviously social media, we have to obviously be consistent in so many things with this business, but social media is the main thing where we need to be consistent. If people aren't seeing your posts, or even if they're not engaging, but people are seeing your post and they see you, post here and there throughout the week and be like, oh yeah, Kinsey, she does that fitness thing. Oh, she hasn't posted for a week or so, maybe she's not doing it anymore. But people are never going to know what you're doing in your home unless you share about it. There was, I think, the National Wake Up Call a couple weeks ago. They talked about posting 3 to 5 times each day. And if you run out of things to post about, well, I have a little list I'm going to share with you, but the list should be different things throughout the day, but they should all contain kind of the same common thread. So a couple ideas. Just post about what you're doing right now. What are you doing right now? You could post a picture of you on this conference call saying, I get to hang out with my team tonight on a Sunday night. I'm in my pajamas. I'm in my house. And make little moments in your life a moment. Make them, because really all moments in our lives are important. So share with social media and who follow you what you're doing right now. The next thing you could share is what you're eating. Obviously, we do that a ton in our challenge groups, but you got a cool recipe, share it. You could share your Shakeology, which we do a lot, or you could just share something funny, like a funny story. I know, McKenna, you're great at this for sharing just funny random tidbits. But just share something funny because people relate to that. They relate to your flub ups in life and things that just happen to you that are funny. Your Shakeology spills all over your pants. It's funny. People like to see that. They like to see you're human and that those things happen to you too. And just share, going along with that, just share something vulnerable about yourself because people respond to that too. So those are just a couple ideas, but really that 3 to 5 times each day is so important. And whether it's on your like page or your personal page, just make sure you're consistent with either one or both. The other thing that I recently was listening to another podcast from Chalene Johnson. Can you tell what I do on my spare time? But she talked about, monetizing with social media and basically, and I don't know if I can jump on this bandwagon yet, but she talks about how important, if you want to grow your business and have social media be your background, which like Beachbody and like other network marketing companies are, that you should, I know it's scary, but you should delete your personal page and only have your like page. I know it's kind of scary, but I get where she's coming from with that. She had a point. People, brought up saying, well, how am I going to get in touch with my grandma? Or how am my aunt going to see my kids and all this kind of stuff? And she made a pretty valid point that, if those people are important to you, they're going to be in your life regardless of social media. So that's something I don't know if I'm quite ready to jump on the bandwagon with, but I get where she's coming from, because if you really want to make this your all in and your business, then maybe that is a route that you want to take. But just an option. Nobody, I'm not telling everybody to go and delete their personal page. It's just an interesting perspective that I heard from her, and I trust her. Also, follow Shalene Johnson on Periscope. She's hilarious. Just saying. And then I want to go over something we talked about in my mastermind group, which was the 3 E's of social media posts, and what these 3 E's should kind of be embedded into every post, or at least 2 of them, every time you post something. So 1, they should be engaging. They should have a call to action, ask a question, ask someone's opinion, just get feedback from your audience, because those post engagements are crucial to people seeing what you post on Facebook or Instagram. The other thing it should be is entertaining. Like I said, post something funny or just random about your life and make people realize that you're relatable. And then finally, your posts should always educate. They should always add value. They should provide some kind of information. Oh, my computer. And just always be giving some kind of information to help educate other people. So the 3 E's, I kind of liked that. And then another coach I had been talking to shared, she's on Amy Silverman's team. I don't know if you follow Amy Silverman, but she's, was the top 2 coach in the company, so I believe that she knows what she's talking about. But one thing that she gave a suggestion on was when you post each week, so say you have 6 days in your week that you want to post. I know there's 7 days, but 3 days of that week, there should be a day where you post something about coaching. It doesn't have to be, hey, you want to be a Beachbody coach, but something about how coaching has impacted your life, or what is coaching, something kind of threaded into your life about Beachbody coaching. That consistency, obviously she's posting 50% of, that week, one post about Beachbody coaching. It's, she's not hiding it. She's putting it out there. And then I looked back and I looked at Amy Silverman's post, and she totally does this. So, and it's not obvious. It's just she's sharing how it's integrated in her life. So I really like that. And then the other thing she does, the other 3 days of the week, she posts some kind of transformation story, whether it's her own, whether it's a financial transformation or a physical transformation, or a transformation of someone that she's helped lose weight, or another coach on her team that's had some kind of significant life transformation. So I think those 2 things combined really just kind of send a powerful message as to, like, okay, here's an idea of what I do as a coach, or how it's important to me in my life. And then, wow, look at the transformations that I've gone on because of coaching and because of Beachbody. So that's basically what I had for you guys. The video, I think video is just winning out on Facebook and other social media avenues. So I hope you guys get brave and get on a Periscope, or just start posting more videos on Facebook. And I've started doing this recently, and I have noticed my affinity, kind of going up, and my posts getting a little bit more traction since doing so. Remember the 3 E's, which are your posts should be engaging, they should entertain, and they should educate. Post 3 to 5 times each day. I know it seems like a lot, but just share your life. That's what you're here for, is for people to kind of join you on this journey, this crazy fitness journey. So post about it and share it. And then, what was my last one? Oh, the 3 days a week, share about coaching, and 3 days a week, share about your transformation story. Now, those things, of course, you don't have to do every single one of those. I just wanted to give you kind of ideas, because I know sometimes we get stuck in social media and we feel like we're posting the same things over and over again. So I know I'm going to start integrating a bunch of these into my social media, my business. So I hope you guys enjoyed those. Do you guys have any questions about social media, or about anything coming up, or anything like that you want to go over?
I have a couple questions.
Go for it.
First of all, just out of curiosity, because I know a lot of us have kids, that are on coaching team. I feel like with social media, I'm trying to figure out a good balance. I'm wondering, because I don't want my kids to see me on the phone all the time, but I also know that's my job. But anyways, I was just wondering if how you handle that part of it, because I know you're a mom too, because I feel like that's one thing that's become very consuming, and I can do stuff at night and during nap time and stuff, but that also is my workout time. Anyways, I'm just
Yeah.
trying to figure out how to balance and all that.
Yes, and I don't know if I'm the best person to speak on it because I struggle with it too. But it's part of it's because I love Beachbody so much, so it's hard for me. Um, it's always trying to find a balance in everything.
Yeah.
And I got interrupted. I had a spectator here. But I mean, pre-scheduling posts is always a good way to go if you can. I know, especially when I'm going to be out of town, I try and pre-schedule at least like fitness tips and recipes I can post to my like page just to make sure there's content getting put on there. But I mean, I think it's just a balance you have to find, and I still struggle with it. Just because I love Beachbody and I want to do it all the time, but I love my kids too. But I don't know. Does anyone else have tips on how they find balance? I know I've talked about this with Kelly and my coach Sarah before, and I know Kelly's a big on setting office hours, and I know that's tough too because everyone has different schedules, and that was always tough for me because I work night shift, and my office hours wouldn't be normal time for other people. But that's a suggestion that, set these business hours, let your coaches know that these are your hours or customers, and that's another way you could go about it too.
Yeah. Okay. That's
Have nap time?
huh?
Are your kids like still on nap times?
Yeah. I do a lot during nap time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Because like I do like quick posts, periodically like when my girls are awake, but I do the majority of it during nap time, but I didn't know if you were able to do that and what you all
Yeah.
did during that time.
Yeah, I feel like nap time is like a precious time
I
because
know.
I'm like trying to get my workout in most of the time and post, and I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I have a 3-year-old that's stopping napping, and I'm like, no, don't do it.
Oh.
But
Yeah, I know. I've had to put my workouts like in the morning because like before they wake up because it's just like it got too crazy. Like I just found
yeah,
myself being too stressed out trying, and then if they wake up early, then I'm like, well, like I guess I'm gonna have to turn on Daniel Tiger or something while I finish
yeah.
At least it's
writing.
Right. Okay, yeah, that's helpful.
Okay. I'm like, I don't know if that really answered it, but that's, a few tips at least.
No, I mean, it's helpful to hear what other people do too. Even if you're doing the same thing, it's nice to know, okay, yeah, I'm on the right track. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I have one more question.
Yeah.
Does Coffee Shakeology come out like at the beginning of January? Do you know when it comes
I
out?
believe actually February
Okay. Have you
or
tried
the
it?
tail end of January. So I'll double check, but I'm pretty sure it's not going to be in January.
Okay. Have you tried it? Is it any good?
I haven't. No, they only tried it at the leadership retreat in October, so only the elite got to try it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
And sorry, one last one. What does it mean to be elite?
So to be elite, you have to be a paid 5-star diamond coach, and then when you become a diamond coach, you start earning premier and elite points, and it's based on a bunch of different criteria. Some of them are like your personally sponsored coaches hitting Success Club, you hitting Success Club, how many coaches you have advance in rank over the year. So our team actually, we ended, I don't know what the final tally is going to be, even though we're not qualified because I'm just diamond coach so far, but our elite points actually, I think if we were a 5-star team, we would have hit elite this year because I think the elite points you need is 135, and I think we were at 131. And it might be more because the next Thursday will be the final tally. But anyway, that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
but yes, 5-star, and to be a premier coach is a 2-star, same qualifications, you're just a 2-star diamond.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm done with questions. Thank you.
Okay. Anybody else? I have to say, I think our team has a really good social media posts. I'm always stealing everybody's ideas, but And that's part of it too, is like we don't have to always come up with brand new spanking ideas, but it's always fun when you do, and then you see other people borrowing yours. You're like, oh yeah, finally a good one I came up with on my own. But just as long as you interject yourself into them and you're you, and because that's what people are really, buying into. They can buy Beachbody products and Shakeology from anybody, but they're really connecting with you. So just make sure that it's really true to you.
Oh, I
Oh,
think
yeah,
that's like, oh, sorry.
go ahead, Carly.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, I think that something that I struggle with is that I see everybody's just like awesome posts, and I think there's a standard that's set, and so there's so much pressure, like, oh gosh, and then it takes forever to think of something, and then, just stepping back and just saying, like, what am I thinking about right now? Like, what am I going through right
Yeah.
now? And relating that and just trusting that that's enough, and that's going to speak to people probably more than somebody else's words.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know. I think that that's just kind of something that I have to remember right now too.
Yeah, and also remember that, we see a lot of Beachbody coaches pages because we're friends with so many coaches. You also have to remember that not all of everyone else on social media is seeing as many Beachbody saturated posts as we see. So then they might just see our posts, and we don't, they're not seeing everybody else's posts. So know that yours is unique and special, and that's kind of all they're seeing. So I know we get dragged down with seeing so many and then feeling like a little bit self-conscious or whatever, but as long as you're just being yourself, I think that's the most important. And go ahead, McKenna.
Okay, well, Carly, I was going to say one thing I've tried to do since I'm off Mondays, and that's usually like my run errands, get computer work done for the salon, is I try to sit down Monday and like make like 2 scheduled posts per day that are more like thought out. And then I usually do one, something pops in my head, what I'm doing, kind of more of a me personality post. But that way, I tried to post Quran, but I think I was doing something wrong. It wasn't posting correctly. So I just have in my phone, and I just like try and remember to post one in the morning, in the afternoon, evening.
Yeah, I've had some trouble with post-cron too. Like, if I copy and paste something, it only does like a little bit of it, and then I like when I check like a couple hours later, I'm like, gosh, like it didn't even like post.
Oh, that's
right.
weird.
I know, and so I just stopped doing it. But yeah, no, that's a good idea. Thanks.
And
yeah.
Buffer is an option too. I know a lot of coaches like Buffer.
I had a question. What was it? Dang it. Give me a minute.
Okay. Okay.
You had mentioned that you posted the video of the new group template, the kind of revolving door, and I really like that concept. You said you were going to come up with kind of like a little explanation.
Oh, yes. Thank you for reminding me. I have it actually right here on my desktop. I'll post that to the team page in the file section after we hop off. If you guys don't know what we're talking about, I had posted a video from a coach on our team page about just kind of a different format of how she goes about running her challenge groups. And one thing she does is she doesn't schedule like daily check-ins within the group. And what she does is she says, of course, post to the group whatever you want to share. We're here for you. Post your sweaty pics, post your meals. We'd love to see them. But at the end of each week, she personally messages, and she tells them that she's going to do that. She personally messages them and checks in with every single person in the group. Now, not everybody always, checks back with her, but she says that and I'm excited to kind of try this for my new group in January, but you just get so much more of a connection with that person, which instead of just, obviously, I've been doing in my challenge groups is fine, has been working, but I feel like I want a little bit more of a connection with my challengers, is to, instead of just, someone posting a sweaty pic and you say, great job, it's just a little bit more personal. It's like you're investing in them each week and you're saying what's working, what's not working, how can I help you more, just those kind of things. Or are you enjoying the group? And then it kind of just opens up the conversation more you know, in the future for coaching or signing up as a discount coach and those kind of things. So, or joining another challenge group. But anyway, I will post that, and I just kind of did a basic intro for the challenge group that kind of explains how that kind of a challenge group would go. So I might be kind of morphing my two challenge groups together and doing a little bit of that, and then maybe a few posts here and there that I post in the group.
Are you gonna do a start and end, or are you gonna do the revolving?
I'm gonna do a start and end. So, and then I'm gonna kind of see how it goes for me. So if I'm not getting a lot of response that way, maybe I'll try a different way. I mean, you know, see what works.
Okay.
Yeah. So anybody else? No? Well, thanks for jumping on, you guys. I have this recording, so I will post it up if anybody wants to listen later. But I'll post that thing for you, McKenna, right now. Anyway, thanks for jumping on, you guys, and have a good night and a happy new year. And yeah, and hello 2016. All right, talk to you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.